Hi everyone, Petrik here. So for today's video, I'll be talking about all the books that I acquired in the month of March. And today, I have some truly stunning special editions and also pretty exciting review copies that I want to share with all of you. As usual, if you're not a fan of book haul videos, then just keep watching this video. But for today, unlike usual, I will be starting from talking about the special edition that I got, and then I will talk about the review copies that I got last month. And for the first one, I haven't made a dedicated video to this yet, but trust me that this is, of course, one of my special editions of all time, one of my most precious books, and it is Before They Are Hanged by Joe Abercrombie, Curious King edition. Now, many of you will know that I consider Curious King books the highest of quality when it comes to the matter of limited edition or special edition, because they are always done in letterpress printing, and their dust jacket is something truly extraordinary in my opinion. I wish all dust jackets, the matter of quality is as good as this. They are thick, it really feels high quality, and this is the dust jacket art being done by Vance Kovacs, and this is Sandan Gokta. And you know who these are. This is his Inquisitors. But let's take a look inside. This is the end paper. Again, every artwork inside this edition, they are illustrated by Vance Kovacs. And yes, some of you might know Vance Kovacs for his work on God of War Ragnarok. But if you haven't known, well, make sure to check those out because they are truly stunning. And yeah, this is one of the first interior artwork inside this edition. And yeah, as I said, they are all done in letterpress printing, and I'm going to show you a few more of the interior illustrations here. Let me take a look at this one. Ta-da! Absolutely beautiful. This is truly work of art, really. And yeah, this is of course Smithson binding, 120 gram thickness of paper, and again, this is another one of the interior illustrations. In total, I believe there are 7 new interior illustrations, all of them done by Vance Kovacs. And yeah, for the third book, it will be illustrated by Gregory Manches. So yeah, this is Curious King. I have made several videos about Curious King, and as I said, I love their production. I think their production, even though they're expensive, they're always at the top. And this is the last one that I'm going to show, and this is of course the Bloody Nine. Yeah, the Bloody Nine versus the Shanka. And yeah, one thing I want to mention, if you want something like this from the Curious King, you might just have your chance, because they're going to be publishing their work on The Martian by Andy Weir on the 6th of May. Yeah, mark that date, the 6th of May 2025. And they have revealed the dust jacket by Yu Xing Zhang, and I think this is one of their best dust jackets so far, even better than Before They Are Hanged. It's almost up there with the Blade itself, Curious King edition, in my opinion. So yeah, mark that date, the 6th of May, 2025. If you want to get a copy of The Martian Curious King edition. And speaking of sci-fi books, I bought a copy of Children of Dune by Frank Herbert, Folio Society edition, and this one is illustrated by Hilary Clark. And with this acquisition, this means that I finally own the entire Dune, the first trilogy in Dune by Frank Herbert, Folio Society edition. And yeah, Hilary Clark is a different artist compared to the first book, Dune. Dune was illustrated by Sam Weber, but I think Hilary Clark did such a great job in capturing Sam Weber's style in her artwork. And at first, I didn't even know that, especially in Dune Messiah, I didn't know that they have changed artists at first until I took a look inside all of the artwork. And this is some of the interior illustrations inside Children of Dune. As some of you know, I have read only Dune, and I haven't read Dune Messiah and Children of Dune yet. But with how much I love Dune adaptation movies, then I think not long from now, it is time for me to do a second read of Dune, maybe to prove that I'm wrong with my assessment. I enjoyed it, but I did not consider it as a masterpiece yet. And hopefully on my second read, I will enjoy it so much more. And then this time I will continue to Dune Messiah and then the Children of Dune. And then another classic sci-fi, I guess, that I got. This is another one that I bought, This is Malleus, the second book in the Eisenhorn trilogy, and this is the illustrated and the annotated edition. I haven't read any books in the Warhammer series, and I have decided to start reading from the Eisenhorn trilogy by Dan Abnett. Now I own the first two books, Xenos and also Malleus. I think there will be an edition for the third book with the same specs as the first two, Xenos and also Malleus. And you can see this one is given the red spray edges, and then inside it is soon binding as well, but it has some interior artwork like this, and also annotation like this one. I don't know if you can see it from there, but yeah, it is spread out throughout the entire book. And I look forward to reading the Eisenhorn trilogy using this illustrated annotated edition for the first time. Here's, I'm going to show you one more artwork. Ta-da! Moving on to the next one. This is another absolutely glorious special edition, and this is for the new deluxe edition of the Lord of the Rings. I think for this one, to talk about this one in full details, I will have to post a separate video, so I'm just going to show you briefly here. Again, Alan Lee did the illustrations for this one. Most of the interior artwork inside this edition of the Lord of the Rings, the new edition, they are already they appeared already in the standard this one, in the standard hardcover edition, hardcover illustrated edition, published by HarperCollins. And yeah, but there are a few interior artworks, new interior artworks being included in this book. And as far as quality goes, this one is definitely above the previous edition, the previous trade hardcover edition. This one is very expensive though. For all three, I believe you do have to pay about, I think, $300 I think, to get all of them, or £300. And yeah, it immediately came with a high quality slipcase, and also plus you get some art cut here of the new cover art inside these books. And yeah, this is the Two Towers. And as I said, I will talk about this more in full details, maybe comparing it to the previous edition, so you can see whether this is worth getting it or not. But yeah, this is a beautiful edition, especially if you're a die-hard Lord of the Rings fans, then I believe it might be worth it trying to get this one. But take your time, because I don't think this one will ever go sold out. I think HarperCollins will continue to publish this over and over again. And yeah, for the slipcase inside, there's interior artwork as well, just like the Folio Society edition slipcase for A Song of Ice and Fire. But that's it on the coverage of the high-end special edition that I got. Now let's talk about the 4 broken binding books that I got last month. The first one is Grave Empire by Richard Swan. This is the newest book by Richard Swan, the first book in the Great Silence trilogy, and also a continuation series, kind of like a continuation series to the Empire of the Wolf trilogy. And then this is the cover art done by Philip Harris, the edges done by Jeff Brown, and also here we have end papers by Peng Lu. Ta-da! Beautiful work by Peng Lu, and of course the board art is being done by Jeff Brown as well. And I haven't got a chance to actually read this one yet, but many have said that this is Richard Swan's best work so far, so that's promising, because I really enjoyed the first books in the Empire of the Wolf trilogy, especially the first 2 books, which is The Justice of Kings and The Tyranny of Fate. So yeah, looking forward to reading this book whenever I get the chance to it. And then this is The Liar's Knot Broken Binding Edition, The Liar's Knot by M.A. Carrick, with the cover art done by Patricia Gutierrez. So yeah, I got the chance to work on this one with Patricia Gutierrez, Huang Lap, and also Jessica Chen. And this is done by Irina Nordsol, the end paper. And then this one is being done, hold on, let me show you this. This one is being done by Huang Lap. This is Of Rose. And yeah, there are some interior artwork as well. Let me try to find one of them to show to you here. Ta-da! So yeah, inside each of these books, there are 3 interior artwork, 3 black and white artwork. And then the board art, it is being done by Rachel St. Clair. Board art, typography, and also edges. So yeah, I think Patricia Gutierrez did a great job with the cover art for this one, and I cannot wait to get Labyrinth's Heart. Then I also acquired a copy of A Dark Mirror by Samantha Shannon, which is the 5th book in the Bone Season series, which right now I just realized it's going to be 7 books long. So it is a long series. And for this one, I don't know anything about this series at all. But some of my patrons have told me that this books get so much better during the second book and then beyond. So I don't know when I will be reading this one. I will probably read The Priory of the Orange Tree or A Day of Fallen Night first. But one day I will be reading the Bone Season series as well. And finally, the last one that I got, it is A Dance of Shadows by Gaurav Mohanty, the second book in the Rag of Rita series, and also the sequel to The Sons of Darkness, the debut novel by Gaurav Mohanty. And yeah, this is pretty much a Mahabharata-inspired grimdark fantasy, and also a hugely inspired. It is also hugely inspired by A Song of Ice and Fire and also Malazan, Book of the Fallen. And yeah, looking forward to reading this one. Sons of Darkness was absolutely incredible in my opinion, and I hope A Dance of Shadows will be even better. And this is the Broken Binding edition. It comes with these edges and also this end paper and signed as well by Gaurav Mohanty. But actually, I also got 2 more copies of A Dance of Shadows, both of them signed. One is signed and personalized by Gaurav, and then the other one is being sent to me by the publisher. So now I have 3 copies of A Dance of Shadows. Really need to get around to reading this. It's only a matter of time. I know I will end up loving this one if the first book is anything to go by, especially because people told me that A Dance of Shadows is even better compared to Sons of Darkness. So that's all the special edition, the special and limited edition books that I got last month. Now let's talk about the review copies that I got last month. So for the first 5, I'm going to show the books that I got from publisher. The first one is Menewut by Nicola Griffith. Absolutely no idea about this one. This is an unsolicited copy. I don't know anything about it, but I do think that this is the second book in the series, so I don't think I'll be reading this one anytime soon. I believe the first book is called Hilt. So yeah, I will be reading that first before reading Menewut, and I don't know when I'll be getting around to that. As I said, this is an unsolicited copy sent to me by Tor UK, and I'm thankful for it. And now for the remaining 4 books, all of them were sent to me by Orbit Books. The first one is Tideborn by Eliza Chan. This is the sequel to Fathom Folk, and I think this is the concluding volume of the duology. Now, Fathom Folk has received some very mixed reviews, and I haven't read Fathom Folk yet, but the cover being done by Kelly Chong, they are beautiful and stunning. But the premise of the Fathom Folk duology do reminded me of the Drowning Empire. And this one, I think, is the Drowned Kingdom series. So yeah, it's a similar name as well. And I really enjoyed the Drowning Empire trilogy by Andrea Stewart. So I don't know, maybe despite the mixed reception that the first book got, Fatal Folk, hopefully I will enjoy that probably a bit more than the other readers did. And then there's something that I definitely enjoy, and this is something that I have finished reading, The Radiant King by David Douglas. Love this one very much. I think this one will be included in my list of favorite books this year. I will talk about this more in my April wrap-up video, or maybe I will make a dedicated review for it if I have time. But anyway, this is an incredible book, a very much Berserk-inspired fantasy novel. I cannot emphasize this highly enough. If you enjoyed Berserk, you will notice a lot of inspirations from that series, such as Sariel, and then the Duel, the Golden Age, and also the Mercenaries, the Band of the Hawk. There are so many stuff here, and I love it. I love Berserk by Kentaro Miura, so seeing all of this being put into The Radiant King means a great deal for me. Plus, the book is actually pretty great, especially the flashback and the last portion. So yeah, make sure to read this one if that sounds fascinating to you. But again, I will be talking about this more in my April wrap-up video. And then Orbit also sent me one book that I certainly look forward to reading, and it is a murder mystery epic fantasy novel, The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. So yeah, for this one, I talked about this already in my noteworthy release of the month of April, so I won't dwell too much on this one until I have actually read it. So, but yeah, this book is about 600 pages long, and based on the premise and also checking out the writing style, I think I will love this one. So it's only a matter of time, but at the same time, I will make sure to get to this one within this year. This and also A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett, because I love the blend of murder mystery and also epic fantasy. And the last book that I got from Orbit Books is again in that category of murder mystery and also epic fantasy. But this is the second book in the series. This is Relics of Ruin by Catherine M. Evans, and I believe the series is called Books of the Usurper. Yeah, the title of the first book is Empire of Exile, and I haven't read that one yet. The cover art is being done by Francesca Beralt, which I consider to be the best cartographer in the genre, fantasy or sci-fi, it doesn't matter. I think she is the best cartographer. I love her map making so much. And yeah, I look forward to reading the series. I think there's only one more book left in the trilogy or series, I'm not sure. But once the third book is out, I think I'll be diving into this series. Looking forward to reading it. And yeah, thank you so much to Orbit Books for sending me these review copies. And now let's talk about all the sub-published fantasy books that I got last month. First sub-published fantasy book that I want to show today, it will be, of course, Gatebound by Daniel T. Jackson, the third and the penultimate installment in the Ill-Born Saga series. Love Ill-Born, love I Dual Sin, and I have no doubt that I will enjoy Gatebound as well. I think this series is still criminally underrated. I love this series so much. If you love character-driven fantasy series, I cannot recommend the Ill-Born Saga enough. It is a great series, and I have talked about this in my reviews and also plenty of videos. So if you want to know more about my full thoughts regarding Ill-Born and also I Dual Sin, make sure to check those out. But yeah, I look forward to reading Gatebound as soon as possible. And then I also got a copy of An Inkling of Flame by Z.B. Steele. And yeah, I love this novella. If you love the Kingkiller Chronicle and you love Joe Abercrombie's style of dialogues and writing, but you don't want to try reading the main novel first, then I can recommend An Inkling of Flame very much. I think this is one of my favorite novellas. And with that in mind, I certainly look forward to reading the main novel, Whispers of the Storm. And this is by Z.B. Steele, and this is the first main novel in the Song of the Damned series. And the same recommendation if you love the Kingkiller Chronicle, which is a framing narrative, or maybe Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan, then please give this series a try. I know I'll be reading this before the year ends for sure, because I enjoyed An Inkling of Flame very much. I like this style of, well, giving a prequel novella before the main novel first. This way, readers can try the writing style by digesting a smaller format first. And yeah, I enjoyed An Inkling of Flame. I'm quite confident I will enjoy the Whispers of the Storm as well. Thank you so much to Z.B. Steele for sending me a copy of this series. And then I also got a copy of The Black Mantle by Andrew Watson. This is the second book by Andrew Watson. He has released 2 novels and also 1 prequel novella as well. I haven't read anything by Andrew Watson yet, so sorry Andrew about this, but I'm thankful that you gave me your review copies. And yeah, Andrew Watson is a great booktuber as well. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel if you love fantasy and sci-fi books. And of course, that's all of you, because that's why you're here on my YouTube channel. And for the next one, this will be for Destiny's Doom by Von Roycroft. So this is the conclusion to Von Roycroft's first series. I have read only the first book. I enjoyed it. The title is The Severing Sun. The second book is The Bold Ascension, and this is the third and the final book in the trilogy, with the cover art, all of them done by John Anthony DiGiovanni, the incredible John Anthony DiGiovanni. And yeah, I haven't read this one. As I said, I have read only the first book, but I look forward to reading it. I think the first book ended really well as a standalone manner, so you can try reading that without feeling like it will encounter a cliffhanger. It's certainly not a cliffhanger ending. And then after that, I also got a copy of The Curse of Soulwaker by Sharon Elwood. Some of you might know Sharon Elwood for her ASMR channel, ASMR Glow. She's a very big ASMR channel, and this is her debut novel, and I'm thankful that I have a copy of it now. But I think this is actually broken binding edition, so yeah, it is signed by Sharon Elwood as well. Looking forward to reading this as soon as possible. And then I got a copy of Sello's Gate by Maurice Uffridge, with a cover art by Felix Ortiz. Again, this is a science fantasy novel. I don't know too much about this, but beyond that, but Maurice Uffridge was very nice when he approached me for a review copy, and I couldn't say no to it. Plus, it has a cover art by Felix Ortiz, and we go a long way back. And finally, the last 3 books that I got are the prequel novels in the Echo Saga series. And this is The Ranger Archives by Philip C. Quantrill. And the first book, it is The Court of Assassins by Chris. All cover art is done by Chris McGrath. And the second book, it is Blood and Coin. And finally, the third and the final book in the prequel trilogy, This is A Dance of Fang and Claw. So yeah, this trilogy, this prequel trilogy will be all about Asher. Asher is one of the key characters in the Echo Saga series, and I'm glad we got a chance to read more into his background and his past because, as I said, he's an important character in the Echo Saga series, and I love reading the Echo Saga. I heard A Time of Dragons, another prequel which takes place like thousands of years before the events of the Ranger Archives and also the Echo Saga, is even better than the Echo Saga. So that's very promising to me. But these are all the books that I got in the month of March. Yeah, that's a lot of books. And again, I cannot thank everyone enough for gifting me these review copies, even though right now I do struggle with spaces, but I cannot thank everyone enough. There used to be the days where I dreamt about getting these many books in a single month, and now I keep on getting them every month after years of hard work. So yeah, that's all from me today. Do let me know what you think about all the books that I acquired in the month of March. And as always, let me know which books you got last month. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support. Bye-bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.